Funded by Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, this APNIC.Foundation project promoted internet security in the Pacific by fostering and supporting the development of National Computer Emergency Response Teams, or CERTs. The research-led capacity building project built awareness and skills for CERT operations among selected security personnel, policymakers, government officials, ISPs, and telecom operators. Activities included surveys and assessments, mentoring and technical support, and incident response and investigation workshops. The project concluded with a series of 3 regional workshops. In addition to training and cybersecurity exercises, participants discussed the challenges they faced and their strategies to address them. These professionals have now established trust among each other, are highly engaged, and are actively working towards developing or establishing CERTs in their own community. While their professional backgrounds varied, the participants shared one characteristic. They acknowledged their community needs to improve its handling of cybersecurity threats, and they want to be a part of the solution.
One of the main concerns from our home country is regarded to cyber safety because of cyberbullying. As may be already aware of, that cyberbullying is one of the common issues in all of the Pacific Islands.
They've also shared similar experiences relating to recent infrastructure upgrades that have significantly increased access and bandwidth.
In terms of in the next 4 or 5 years, we will anticipate an increase in internet coverage as well as an increase in bandwidth.
I think in the next 10 to 12 months, we will be getting another submarine cable that terminates in this country.
They all recognize that improving internet access translates to increasing threat levels. The low level of public awareness to these threats is prompting many to tackle this with public security awareness campaigns.
I can see that a lot of people are getting onto the internet now, especially with the social media, and more people are getting smartphones. And yes, I think that there is not enough awareness on the use of the internet, so people think internet is just the Facebook and YouTube.
They don't know how to protect themselves.
Consumer campaigns are not enough. Managing cyber risks also requires a culture of awareness and knowledge among network operators and private organizations in finance, banking, utilities, and other vulnerable organizations. Few of these communities are building the relationships they need, and few have established formal CERT operations.
Yes, so we've got the Cyber Safety Pacifico program, which has been going since about 2012, but recently relaunched in 2017, May 5th, where we bring together all 18 countries in the Pacific and train the trainer programs. So to date, we've trained up 58 police officers and members of CERTs in raising awareness in remote areas.
In terms of collaboration with our local partners, our local stakeholders, we have that kind of good relationship with them. So yeah, we work closely with them. But when it comes to the formal part, it's a bit like they are a bit reserved. We can understand the company data is something that it's important to an organization. Yeah, but we are still on the talks with them, follow up with them with our MOU and all this, so that we can have formal working relationship. But so far so good.
In addition, we are seeing more women participating in these initiatives. However, there is certainly scope for more women to be involved. Less than 30% of the participants were women.
I myself am a part of the Women in IT Solomon Islands, and we have women in the group from both from the private and the public sector.
In terms of women participating in this initiative, there are really less participation from women from our country.
The increasing bandwidth from improvements to mobile networks, submarine cables and satellite systems highlights the need for all Pacific governments to increase the effectiveness and responsiveness of their cybersecurity strategies.
With fiber optic cable in place, we are vulnerable with our data infrastructure to the world.
The Foundation's technical training and support can only be effective when it is backed by strong support and engagement from the government and the local technical community.
So most of our people, we do not have the skills to analyze things, the technical skills. Okay? So that is where we need a capacity building. Okay? But capacity building comes with a cost as well. Okay? And it can be significant for a country like Kiribati. So that is where we need assistance.
That collaboration has to go hand in hand with all government developments and initiatives to make sure that we as a whole country move forward where we want to be. And the private sector is a very big part of that.
The key to cybersecurity self-sufficiency is strong political, financial and technical support for CERTs. Integration with national digital strategies is required, as is a growth mindset to train staff and provide the right tools and infrastructure once donor organisations exit the scene.
And the other issue is the lack of resources, the devices that we use to monitor these security threats. And I think APNIC and APNIC.Foundation could actually assist us with this continuous training that we have, and maybe also have in-country training. So we could also invite other IT experts from their respective fields to actually attend the training and learn more on what needs to be dealt with when encountering such threats.
The APNIC.Foundation, they have been doing a really good job, especially for bringing people outside the region, the Pacific, joining in the training so that they can gain the knowledge and the skills from those trainers, and then they could be able to use those back home.
What APNIC has been doing has been really great so far, and I think it has brought regional Pacific countries together, and this has both strength in sharing ideas, techniques, and and this has also assisted us in implementing some of our cybersecurity projects internally in our own organizations. Thank you.
The APNIC.Foundation works in partnership with funding bodies, technical trainers and advisors, as well as other like-minded organizations to foster internet development in the Asia-Pacific region. We do this through education and training, human capacity building, community development, research and related activities. The Foundation's vision is for a global, open, stable and secure internet that is affordable and accessible to the entire Asia-Pacific community.